There is a lot of useless advice out there that just doesn't work. However, this does. Get ahead of your opposition. It really does work, so give it a try by checking out the link in the description below.
The question, how should I write a cover letter for a biochemistry internship job? Answer by Diane Mendez. The next question the addressee will ask is he or she really motivated to work with me? i.e., applying specifically to my lab, or am I just one of many people who get a non-specific letter? So first, you need to demonstrate that you have a connection to the subject. Of course, this section very much depends on your interest in the lab you are applying to. The text on the left is just an example. Improved my cover letter so much. Free cover letter video for the serious job seeker. I came across your laboratory when reading the literature on MHC class I molecules, and especially the work in your group described in the Journal of Immunology, 2004, the role of class I molecules in ankylosing spondylitis, and in Nature, 2005, class I haplotype determines clinical outcome of ankylosing spondylitis, has motivated me to write to you. Here, you should demonstrate that you know some of the work from the lab, ideally by mentioning the titles of a couple of interesting papers. Make sure you have actually seen them. Of course, this section very much depends on your interest in the lab you are applying to. The text on the left is just an example. The next question the addressee will ask is that person qualified to work in my lab, or will they just break everything? So you must convince them that you are well trained. Of course, only write what actually applies to you. I have attached my CV, which contains the details of my theoretical and practical training, my current university transcript, and the names and addresses of 3 referees. If you wish, I can ask them to send their letters directly to you. Normally, for an internship, the prospective host should contact the referees and ask for the letters. This also helps minimize the impact on Jacob's faculty, who have to write many letters for grad school already. Answer by Robert Charles Lee. Operate according to standard secretarial practice, which means your pertinent material details and bona fides should be in the curriculum body and not in the cover letter. The cover letter is just a kind of semi-standardizing introduction of yourself to whatever is the process or procedure you're going through. The cover letter is a short and simple affair. The below is a typical example. January 3, 2018. Organization address. For the attention of Human Resources Department, to whom it may concern. Application for biochemistry internship. I wish to apply for the biochemistry internship with your company. My aim is to enter the biochemistry field and work for the next 5 years in positions involving specialism or niches. I seek only a moderate salary in return for the opportunity to work at a reputable leader in this field such as your company. I shall be most grateful for an opportunity to meet you and your team so as to show you some of my relevant work in this area. If there is anything not quite clear in my details, please ring me on number anytime or use WhatsApp on the same number. Thank you for your kind attention. Yours faithfully, another. It's as simple as that. The above is somewhat on the long side as per standard secretarial practice. By the way, the second paragraph is your objective statement. Better to put it in the cover letter than in the CV, so your CV is more effectively general purpose. It's unnecessary to even mention you're enclosing your CV, because it's obvious that you had enclosed it. What I do myself, just for interest, let me show you how short my cover letters can be. Dear Mr. Jones, application for position. Thank you for considering my application for the above. I shall be glad to show you my work and professional plans in a meeting at a date convenient to you and your team, particularly with regard to my experience similar to your impressive Big Biscuits 2017 marketing campaign. Once again, thank you for your kind attention. Yours sincerely, Robert Charles Lee. The name of the game is get to the point. Thanks for the A2A. Answer by Stephen Q. Shannon. Jason Barber has here and ho solid information for you and others who believe job search cover letters are not read, not useful. According to 2014 November/December Fortune magazine, job seeker cover letters were pronounced dead, DOA, just as, in the U.S., are so-called resumes, which are gradually following suit, disappearing, as well. Multi-page CVs in the U.S. are primarily used by academia here. Full disclosure, I am not a coffee drinker, so you might not want to trust me one bit. Please add to Jason's pithy answer these concerns: sending, emailing, text, that if printed, becomes pieces of paper with printing on them, supposes the reader has excess time on her hands. Not. Therefore, if you do not personally know your target reader and you were not asked to send text that might later be printed on paper, Why in the world cross your fingers and hope 100s, maybe 1000s of others also interested in the internship are asleep or are on that day not sitting with their device firing off cold call texts just like you. This is meant for coffee drinkers and non-coffee drinkers alike. Personal contact matters. Even if you are not in the same hemisphere as the decision maker, stop what you are thinking and take action such as, confined to one page, double-spaced, a written marketing plan designed to get face-to-face or at the very least, sell-to-sell with her. Include in the plan the names, title, organization, street address, cell number of friends, friends of friends, colleagues, former interns at the same institution, linked in connections at all levels, temporary strangers, cooperating Quora connections willing to assist you. Explore http://www. Hoovers. Comware, updated regularly. Individuals at for-profit and non-profit organizations, worldwide, are accessible in detail, for a low annual fee, not affiliated, owned by Dun & Bradstreet. Of course, if you are on campus and the regs allow you to show up in person, do that regularly. Polite best, until you get your foot in the door and required application submitted. This is a competitive process, make no mistake. It's vicious out there. My favorite quote from Fast Company magazine, paraphrased, pursuing a career is not about finding a job, internship. It's all about building and nurturing a network. A truism: if you make it a point to help someone get what they want, more often than not, they will bend over backwards to help you get what you want.